And knowing that, what do you guys think if we have a shutdown for 30 days, we don't get the jobs data, we don't get the inflation data, we already know the Fed's concerned about the labor market. And if you start hearing about more and more about cuts from the government, another 40 basis points to unemployment, does the Fed take that shot in the dark and say, we have to continue cutting these interest rates? I want to ask you first, do you think that they would basically forcing them into cutting interest rates again in October?
You can argue both sides of that, but I mean, they could. I mean, the biggest thing I think the Fed, from what I've been reading the last few days, is that the number comes out on Friday, government shutdown, we're not going to get the number on Friday. I have a sneaky suspicion that they've seen it. So I don't think they'll be as blind as everybody think they have some insight on where it is. So I think that'll lead them to their decision on mid-month. I think they'd probably err on the side of, Trump, if he, a couple of weeks from now, if he's still talking tough, we're in this, that these people are going to be, they're not just going to be furloughed and brought back, they're going to be done, or a portion of them. Then I think they would lean on the side of, we better cut 25 basis points. This one's going to be longer. And by the way, we're really data dependent on investors and the Fed, not just the Fed, us as investors as well. We're like, okay, as bad as we may think that data is, we still like to see some data.
Probability of a cut in October, and the CME Fed Watch tool now has it at 99.
I think it is due to what
we think the right size is. And we know that we're going to have some cuts here and there. And then you start talking about 30, 40 basis points.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
That's a big jump. Yeah.